There are lines of marching men in squadrons pass me by.
She's got such an amazing tone.
No pipe did hum, no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo.
Ooh.
But the angelus bells o'er the liffey swells rang out in the foggy dew.
One people them. So we're keeping the Mother's Day reactions going. So this next one, I mean, I just had a great time. I've had a great time so far, both of them. They've both been, which is why I asked this question, because I think it just, everyone's relationship with their mother is so different. I mean, like, but it all has that same, well, hopefully anyway, has that same unifying awesomeness. Do you know what I mean? That we all think that our mom was just like the best things ever. So it's just nice to know, like, what those connections were like for some of the people that have been so amazing to me. So so thank you both, Diane and also Tanya. So this one is for JJ. And what's awesome is that you've selected a song. So basically, it's the Chieftans featuring Sinead O'Connor. So it's an Irish kind of folk song, I imagine. And what's really funny is that 2 years ago, it would have been 2 years ago, literally almost to the month, I actually went to Ireland for the first time. And yet it was the most amazing trip. Like, it was just amazing. Ireland is amazing. Belfast, we went to Dublin and then went on to Belfast. And they were so different, but they were just so incredible. And the Irish were just so lovely. I can only speak about my experience anyway. It was great. So it's really awesome that you've got links to Ireland, JJ. So this is really, really awesome. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what this is all about. Let's have a listen.
As down the glen one Easter morn to a city fair rode I. There are lines of marching men in squadrons pass me by.
She's got such an amazing tone.
No pipe did hum, no battle drum did sound its loud tattoo.
Ooh.
But the angelus bells o'er the liffey swells rang out in the foggy dew.
There's so much control she's got there.
Ride proudly high in Dublin town, hung they out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die 'neath an Irish sky than at Sunflower Delbar. And from the plains of Royal Meath, strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's Huns with their long-range guns sailed into the foggy dew.
Oh, I love this.
The bravest fell and the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear. For
that drum in the back.
died that Easter tide in the springing of the year, while the world did gaze with deep amaze at those fearless men, but few who bore their fight, that freedom's light might shine through the foggy dew.
She's beautiful.
Back through the glen I rode again, and my heart with grief was sore, for I parted then with valiant men, whom I never shall see more. But to and fro in my dreams I go, and I kneel and pray for you, for slavery fled, a glorious day, when you fell in the foggy dew.
I'm so impressed. My man's foot. Standing up. Do you know what's mad? Yeah, I obviously didn't know much about Sinead O'Connor aside from that screenshot I can see right there. For Nothing Compares to You. Don't know anything about her apart from that reaction I did a couple of weeks ago where she was doing Nothing Compares to You, but obviously a bit older. And I was like, oh, I think it was really good. Like and some people are like, oh, it wasn't really her best, and then she was getting older and da da da. Anyway, that was sick. Like, that was so good. And actually, it's been really nice to see her younger. She's beautiful. Like, actually, like stunning. Like, I'm really into like I'm such a geek. I'm such a geek. Like, so I'm really into things like I love Lord of the Rings. I love Game of Thrones. Like any like game that I play that I can like be like I think I've said this before, like some kind of elven mage. Like I will always do that. Do you know what I mean? Like powers, sick, love all that. So like the whole this music to me, whenever I hear it, it just reminds me of. It just takes me to this ye oldie kind of Gaelic area like of life, where you've got like a pouch of herbs and you've got like, oh, can I borrow you for a couple of crowns of or whatever, do you know what I mean? I'm probably not making any sense, but I just mean that world is kind of mystical to me. Gaelic fairies, that kind of stuff. And I think like there's a certain richness that comes from hearing those kind of instruments played in that kind of way, and then having a vocal like that on top of it, which is very like it's very raw. Like her control bearing in mind that she's not out here doing loads of like fancy runs and trill, it's just a very raw, like you like a very emotive way of singing, really. But the control that she has to have in order to hit those notes is mad, because like how she's kind of bringing it in and bringing it out, bearing in mind that she's not doing any fancy. It's just air that she's putting out, but she's having to control that, and her breath control has to be so good to be able to do that. And you know, there were some very minor little like tremors or whatever, but that's live. Like to me, that makes the performance even better. Do you know what I mean? Like makes it even better, like having that, because it's real, it's authentic. What she's singing about, and that bit she did, which is like, you know, getting past the Foggy Dew. So the next screenshot is of people with like guns and things. So is this actually a song for like? Is it for some kind of like I want to say like a war or something? I don't know. Um, if it is, and I don't know, apologies, but I don't know if this is for something specifically. Let's find out together, shall we? So, the Foggy Dew. The name of several Irish ballads and of an Irish lament. The most popular song of that name chronicles the Easter Rising of 1916 and encourages Irishmen to fight for the cause of Ireland rather than for the British Empire, as so many young men were doing in World War One. Right, okay. You know, it's really interesting, like, and again, not wanting to get too political, but like, it's really interesting that like one of the things that I've always had in the back of my head when I was going to Ireland, because you know sometimes I'll consider like, you know, am I gonna be safe? Am I gonna be safe? When I go places and stuff. Which you know, some people might think that's unnecessary, but you know, I went to a uni in Wales, and it was definitely something that I had to think of and consider, like at some point. Anyway, that's another story for another day. But one of the things I kind of always had in the back of my head when it came to Ireland was that there's almost like a kin or a likeness, really, when it comes to Black people and Irish people, and it always stands out in my head as the no dogs, no dogs, no blacks, no Irish. As one of the signs, we were kind of like lumped in the same boat almost. And it's just really interesting hearing that talk about you know, having Irishmen or Irish whoever's going to fight, you know, fight for Ireland and not for the Empire. It's just really interesting because it's not a song that I'd heard of before, and didn't obviously know anything about that in 1916 either. So yeah, JJ, this has definitely been a really interesting one. Not only because it's been a really interesting and awesome song to listen to, and you can actually hear the lament now. It said lament. I can hear that sadness, and I now understand a bit more why that thumbnail is of people that look like they're going to war. But also like the fact that your mum was a fan of this song. So I'm so glad I did this little series. I'm so glad I did that. So thank you very much for sharing that with me, and I guess everybody else as well. Thank you very much. And yeah, I'd love to know what everyone else thought of this. I'm very keen now to listen to some more Sinead O'Connor, and also any other kind of Irishy folky songs. Like it takes me straight back to being like there almost. And I remember seeing like this lady doing some Irish dancing for the first time, like firsthand, and it was literally like her feet were independent from her body. It was just insane. Like it was crazy, like how well she did that and how long and consistently she did it for, and then all the music and all the pub. Honestly, Ireland is just. I love it. I think it's amazing. I really do. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys thought of this. If you did enjoy this, then do drop me a like and subscribe. That'd be amazing. Thank you very much. And if you want to be a bit more generous, you can drop me a super thanks if you want to, or you can come on over to Patreon, connect with me some more, and you get access to all of my reactions. Well, depending on which one you jump on, and you get to connect with me more as well. So there's lots of reasons to get over there. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.